Citizens of the Republic, welcome to the greatest Star Wars show on YouTube, the Galactic Core, presented by no one. My name's Logan, joined by my co-host Mark. This is the 13th episode of the Galactic Core, a segmented show about everything Star Wars. In today's episode, we have 5 segments for you, along with a 6th for channel members only. Let me go ahead and send it over to Mark to let you know about all the segments in today's episode.
The first segment for today's episode is the Galactic Games. Next, Mark's List. That will then lead into Master or Apprentice. Then, Trivia Trials. And finally, Overrated, Underrated. And then the channel member exclusive bonus segment, Push and Pull.
Please make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and possibly think about becoming a channel member today. To let you all know, this will be the final episode of the Galactic Core in 2023. It's been a great year for us, and we hope to continue this in 2024. We will be back in January for you guys, but look out for other content in this month of December. And with that, we will go ahead and send you guys to our first segment, the Galactic Games.
Welcome to the Galactic Games. In this segment, me and Logan are going to be playing a wide variety of different Star Wars games. This time around, we're going to be playing Star Wars Republic Commando for the very first time. Now, I'm really hyped about this. I've been wanting to play this game for quite a while. Just never got around to it, but hey, we're here now. And how you feeling about this, Logan? You pumped too?
I'm very excited. This is I've only heard good things about it. I mean, like you said, this is both of us have zero experience with this game. Zero.
Yes.
When we did this with Battlefront 2, at least I had played a little bit of the campaign. You knew what the campaign was. I have no idea on this one.
Yeah, neither do I. Obviously, I know we follow around. We kind of see from the clones' perspective, which is really exciting. Obviously, we did on Battlefront 2 as well, but you know, this is gonna be a little different. First-person action. I know that. Gonna be commanding a elite squad of clone commandos. So I'm excited for this. I think this is gonna be really good.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get right into it then.
Yeah, let's quit wasting time. Let's go ahead and jump into the campaign of Star Wars Republic Commando.
All right, boys, we are here. I need to say this right now. For anyone that has played this game on PC, the in-menu mouse sensitivity is absolutely unreal. Like, this is barely... I'm talking micro adjusting my mouse, and it is flying. I read that it's not like that in the actual game when you're playing. Oh my god, why they got a flashbang?
This is your first day. Your designation will be RP. We expect great things from you.
Huh. Jeez, I'm getting like flashbang right now. It's crazy. Whoa.
Into dangerous times.
No way.
But as often as not, it will be your inherent physical traits that win the day.
Okay, why they got a flashbang now?
This is an interesting opening so far. I'm liking it.
And in this regard,
I'm mind blown right now. This is actually sick. I didn't expect anything like this.
Oh man, I'm so excited. So excited. Massive clone army. So we're going to Geonosis. It's like the first time, just like in episode 2. It seems like. the elite commandos of Delta Squad. Let's go.
0 hour Clone Wars Geonosis. Oh my god. Oh, why has this got me hyped? The gun does not shoot in the center of this crosshair. Nah, get out of here. Oh my god, that dude's body went flying.
So far, don't need back to either. Well, let's go. Let's go. 6-2.
Oh my god, dude, I just bottled that first nade. Oh, hold up, watch this. Ooh, I'm juking him. I'm juking him. Oh my god. Oh my god. He has no idea what to do. Oh my god. Cooked. Oh, oh no. I just shot my teammate.
Go Scorch.
The charge is set and ready to detonate. It's all yours, boss.
Holy crap, he went flat. Oh, there's another one. Oh.
It's all yours, boss.
Dude, like, these are not Geonosians. What? Why does this look like a cow?
Go ahead and punch it.
If these were the actual Geonosians, they'd be a lot more intimidating.
Oh my gosh. Dude, holy crap. That gunship just went crazy. Scorch, you good, bro?
Oh, that's a perfect nade.
You can cycle between low light and normal night? What? How'd I do that? Dude, that's so cool.
Light visor mode. Ooh. Okay. This is a horror game now.
Okay, let's go. We're getting right into it. Oh, there he is. Oh my gosh. Sev, that is his name. He's probably my favorite member if I had to pick one.
Getting acquainted with the locals, eh, Sev?
That's sick. Sev, what's good?
07 locking into your hut, sir.
Like, I knew Sev was like the coolest one, but then he's got to come in with that voice. It's, I mean, that's a cheat code.
Delta, begin door breach.
Oh, what? I got a sniper?
Setting breach charge.
I don't know. I gotta. Oh! Yeah, that was crazy. Ooh. That dude got clipped.
Oh my god, I can't do anything. The screen's shaking so much.
They are eggs.
Let's give them a wide berth.
Dude, the screen shaking is insane.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm enjoying this game, but the shaking from like the explosions up top is just what it's overbearing.
Dude, the screen shake I just can't deal with. It's ridiculous. Jeez.
What the heck is that power? Dude. This guy's cheating. Why the hell do they have lasers? Dude, I'm losing full.
Sir, I'd love to help, but I'm kind of busy right now.
Hostile down.
Why do they have lasers? Dude, oh my god. This is absolutely ridiculous.
We've lost Delta 3-8. Can you dial later, sir? Station's having a good time now. Way to get him.
I'm losing my mind.
Tough job. Quit the chatter, Delta.
No.
Lead is down. Repeat, lead is down. Wounded Delta here. 3-8, can you hear me? I'm reading low vital signs from your squad.
Why do the Geonosians have a laser that they shoot? And it is filthy. We're just sitting there reviving each other the whole time because the laser just does. Oh my. Oh.
Draw squad leader. Demo is ready when you are, sir. Protocol requires eliminating hostiles before I can help you, sir. Assisting squad leader. 3-8. Come in, 3-8. I think Delta squad has been eliminated.
Why'd we die so fast? Why did we die so fast? Why did we die so fast?
To the factory.
See, like, he just instantly goes down.
Behind you. Assisting 07. No response from point. He's down.
Hold on, sir. We gotta kill these scumbags
Oh
first.
my god.
Good to go. Got a Delta down.
I'm never gonna beat this.
Assisting lead.
Now.
Alright, Sev. No. See, like,
6-2 powering up.
just in the revive, Sev gets insta-killed from this laser. Okay.
Scorch his head.
Oh my god.
Go help him, Delta.
I'm on scorch.
No.
Delta
I insta-died. I just healed up. I insta-died. I just healed up. I insta-died.
meds.
Oh my god. This is impossible. It takes 1,000,000 bullets to kill. Another one just comes back anyway, and they insta-kill you. I'm rage quitting. I'm rage quitting. Sorry. That's where my end of this ends.
Target area in view.
Oh, dude, it's stressful being a squad leader. I'd never want to do this.
Red, green, or red, green, red.
And he's supposed to be the demolition expert.
Explosive set, 3-8.
Take
Tail
cover,
Scorch.
Deltas.
Boom.
That blew up.
Why are there droids there? Oh, whoops.
Sir, I'd love to help, but I'm kind of busy right now.
I thought you could shoot through that. Oops. Okay. That thing is pretty crazy, so I gotta be careful with, I'm gonna use it now.
Thanks, sir. You got it. Nice shot.
Get yourself some Vector, Commando.
On my way, squad leader. Visual lock. Droids.
What? Brother,
Back to apply.
are you good? Like, how do I...
Take up safe position, Commando.
I guess I'm essentially down a man. Because Sev is, like, stuck. That is ridiculous, dude. What in the world? Well, Logan, that was a very interesting experience. I personally enjoyed it. Just having that first person view from the clones, and there's only 4 of you guys, like including yourself. This short amount of just chaos and like Geonosians and separatist droids that the Republic expects you to just kill on your way to get rid of Sunfac, and then It's just like a non-stop mission of just keep killing these things. It goes to show you that the commandos were definitely highly thought upon and very, very lethal.
Yeah, Mark, I rage quit. I rage quit.
That is
I don't know if
hilarious.
you got to the part, but it was the part where the Geonosian started shooting the laser.
Oh, the Geonosian Elite or whatever.
Yeah, it starts shooting the laser and it insta kills.
Dude, it's insane.
I couldn't beat it. I died, I think 4 times. I went down a million times. The whole
I
team
went.
went down a million times, but I fully died and had to restart about 4 times.
Yeah, no, I definitely. I went down a couple times. Sometimes it's me being stupid. Other times I'm like, my health bar gets deleted by those lasers. I was like, holy crap! Or the super battle droid. Like I was just like shooting it
Oh
like another
yeah.
droid, and dude, it just deleted me. I was like, what happened?
One thing this game is missing is a health bar. Let me see how close I am. Not my own health bar. Obviously, I know there's a health bar. Health
Yeah.
bar for the enemy
Oh yeah.
because, like you said, the super battle droid, the thing just eats. I have no idea when it's gonna die. The
It
Geonosian
does.
Elite, it seemed like it was pointless to even shoot at it because by the time I even got it halfway dead, the whole team's down. So it didn't even matter. I rage quit. I did enjoy the game. I really like the concept of it,
Yeah.
and I do know like the ending to the story.
I sadly do as well.
Is it who is
It's
it
on.
that gets left behind?
It's Sev.
Dude, that's like I don't know if
It
you
is
had this
Sev.
same experience. Obviously, like I just knew that Sev was known to be like the coolest one. But
He's my
dude,
favorite one because he's a lot like Crosshair.
yes, when you finally get to him in the game and you hear him talk for the first time, it's like he's all like you already know he's cool and then he talks like that. Like that's just a cheat code. Like
No, he's definitely a cheat code, dude. He's insane, and he's super cool. He's definitely my favorite one.
mhm.
Um, right behind the leader. I forget the leader's name, who you play as.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely my favorite for sure. To be honest, I like all of them. All of them have their. It's kind of like because Bad Batch obviously has a little more personality, but it's kind of like them because they
Yeah.
do have their own type of personalities, just not to the extent of the Bad Batch.
Mhm.
But they have their own roles, and it's super cool. Like, I mean, it's chaos. I've the amount of I don't know like how long like I was trying to talk, but at some points I'm like I wasn't saying a word. I'm like locked in, like looking around, like yo, you go here, sniper
Yeah.
support over there. You go there, like, and I'm like,
Exactly.
there's a pure chaos, which I enjoyed. That
Yeah,
was
and
something.
I really like the concept of being able to like control the whole squad, but you're doing it through yourself. Like you're
Yeah,
not like swapping to them and actually controlling what they're doing. You're just telling them to do that.
yeah, no, that was really cool. I did have a funny moment where it was after the Geonosian part, the Geonosian Elite, and we
Yeah,
had
I
just
wouldn't know
blown
what's
up.
after that.
Yeah, we just completed the objective of blowing something up. I don't know. It was straight chaos. I really wasn't listening to what the dude was telling me in my helmet because it was just straight chaos the whole time. So we ended up blowing some stuff up, and we were going to leave. It was actually a little before this when we were fighting our way out of it. I told Sev to get in like a window for like sniper support so they couldn't hit him, and we could pick people off. And he just wasn't going to the spot, and I'm like looking, I'm like. It's like, why is it taking you that long to get there? And I look at a spot, and he's just like up in the air, standing. He can't move. He's like stuck, dude. He's like stuck. You're gonna laugh when you see it because it's the funniest thing. I was like looking around. I like, looked at the camera. I was like, was like, what is this?
Great.
I was like, I'm down a man. I'm down a man. He can't do nothing. But
Yeah, I had some like moments of seeing people floating and stuff, but hey, it's not gonna be perfect, and I think for what it is when it came out, my experience with it was good, other than absolutely raging at the Geonosian Elite. I mean, it's
these
just
cheese.
it was broken.
You do end up a
Maybe
little bit later using that blaster or whatever that he was using. You do end up picking that up. And it straight up deletes the B2, dude. It's insane.
I'm so mad I couldn't get past it. Like I feel like a kid trying to play the game. I don't know. I suck.
That is hilarious. Well, that was a super fun time. Definitely seeing what the commandos go through. Very elite squad, and I do hope that we definitely get the Delta Squad expanded upon within the canon universe, because they're a good group of guys. I really enjoy them. So
I will say I'm glad this isn't canon anymore, because I'm glad that overpowered Geonosian Elite is not canon.
and you know what? It should not be canon, because that thing is pretty overpowered. I'm not gonna lie. Well, if you guys did enjoy this Galactic Games, go ahead and let us know down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys did enjoy our first playthrough of Republic Commando. Hey, if you enjoyed this game, go ahead and let us know as well. What are your favorite aspects of this game? Now with that, we will go ahead and send you back to the boys at the desk. Wow, that was some burger gameplay, especially from Logan. He couldn't even get past the Geonosian Elite. But let's see if he can tackle some trivia here. Now, Logan, I got 4 questions for you. This is Galactic Core Trivia. How are you feeling about this? Because obviously, you edit the episode, we record it. So how do you feel like your knowledge is on the Galactic Core as a whole?
You would think it would be better, but we've done a lot of episodes. Stuff gets very mixed up, and I don't remember a lot. But hey, last episode for the year, I gotta lock in and see if my memory serves me well for the past half year.
All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this first question. Who was the 4th Netherworld about?
The 4th Netherworld?
Yep.
Okay, well, the first was Tech. I know that. The second, oh my god, who did you start with? I know we did Ezra. You did Plagueis. Who did you do? The 4th. No, I actually have to think about this for a second. I want to get it right, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Plagueis.
Oh,
He
you
might
were
have been
off.
the 5th.
He was the 5th.
Oh my
Ezra
god, who am I
was the
missing?
4th.
Who was I missing?
Mando.
Oh
was
my
the 3rd.
god, no.
Mando was the 3rd.
Yeah,
You were
now
that
that you
close,
say
you
it,
were
I
that
remember it. Oh my god.
And you were that close to getting that first question down. But hey, we got 3 more here, so let's go ahead
Okay.
and get in the second question, see if you can get this one. Now, when we did Climbing the Ranks for the Star Wars games, where did we rank Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga?
Lieutenant.
That is correct. We did rank
Okay.
it in Lieutenant tier. Now, your third question here. What was the 3rd segment in the 2nd episode?
In the 2nd episode?
Yep.
Oh god. Cause the first episode was, oh god, how'd the first episode go? I think it was Master Apprentice first. Then Trivia Trials. Then the Netherworld, Holonet News, and Senate hearing. I think that's how it went. So the 2nd episode I don't know the second episode at all. I know Overrated Underrated made its way in. Kessel Run was the bonus segment. I think no, Kessel Run was the 5th segment. The bonus segment was Push and Pull. It might be, oh my god, it might be Master or Apprentice. It's not HoloNet News, I know that. It's either because the segment we took out was HoloNet News, but we brought in, yeah. So it has to be either we didn't do Senate hearing, I don't think. Oh my god. 3rd segment. Well, I can also think about this. You did the intro. So then that means I introed the 1st and 3rd segment. So I had to have introed it.
Yep.
Master or Apprentice.
That is a crazy pull. It was Master or Apprentice. That was a crazy pull right there.
Because I knew you introed it on the 1st segment, and I knew I introed it on the 2nd. Oh my god. Was I right about like the... So Kessel Run was 5th. Master Apprentice was 3rd. So that means Trivia Trials had to have been 2nd or 4th. And no, Netherworld was 4th. Trivia Trials was 2nd. Overrated Underrated was 1st.
Yeah, I believe that is correct.
Oh my god.
That was a great pull. Let's see if you can go 3 for 4 here. We got one more question. This is another Master Apprentice related one. How many times have we recorded Master or Apprentice up to this point?
So how many times has it been? Are you saying recorded because it's in this episode?
Yes.
Okay. So you're counting that one?
Yes.
Okay. So first, 5? 6.
It is not 5 or 6. It is actually 7. We
Oh my
recorded it
God.
7 times. We recorded it a lot. I was shocked at how many times we recorded it.
Yeah, no, I'm actually kind of mind blown at that because we haven't done Senate hearing as much. I knew
Yeah,
that.
no, not nearly as much.
Wow. I am actually okay with my performance because of what I just did on the 3rd question.
Oh yeah, no, that was insane. Like
I just rattled off the whole episode in order.
that was insane, dude. I was impressed with your performance as well here. I don't think I wouldn't have done nearly as well for sure.
God, that's so fun. That trivia is actually so fun.
And we might have to bring
my
it back.
God.
We might have to bring it back because it was.
Yeah, we'll do it at some point. We'll have to.
Yeah, it was great trivia here, but now it's time to do some tier listing, top 10s, blind rankings, all that stuff in my segment.
Yeah, we'll find out what it is when we get into it.
Yeah, I'll be excited to see. So let's go ahead and send over to our next segment, Mark's List.
Welcome to Mark's List. In this segment, Mark is going to be doing all different types of lists, tier lists, blind rankings, top 10s, top 5s, anything that we feel like doing. And I am going to be running all of these lists, giving them to Mark to see how it all ends up. This time around, we're doing a blind ranking. This is different. The past couple times we've done tier lists, this is a blind ranking. So Mark has no idea. He doesn't even know what the category for the list is, but he has no idea any of the things that are on the list, and he will have to rank it without knowing what any of the other ones are. And he cannot move any of them. If he messes up, it's his own fault. And that's how it goes. So Mark, how are you feeling right now?
Oh man, I'm excited to get into this. I love doing these blind rankings, and the worst feeling though is when you like rank something, and then you get something a lot better, but you don't have a spot above that thing that you just ranked. So you're like, why did I put that there? I'm such an
Oh
idiot.
yeah.
So, but
And
yeah, I love
I'm expecting something like that to happen today.
it. Most likely will. So I'm ready to get into this.
Okay, Mark, your category for today's blind ranking: the ugliest characters in Star Wars.
Oh man.
So we have 15 that you're going to be blind ranking.
Okay.
Now, in the context of this list, number 1 is ugliest. So
Gotcha.
1 to 15 is ugliest to least ugly, which possibly could be very good looking. You don't know.
Okay.
There could be some very good looking people on this,
Mm-hmm.
even though it's ugliest.
This is interesting. I like this. I like this a lot.
Okay, Mark. First character up, Dexter Jetster.
Oh man.
Now we're friends with this man. Don't do him too dirty.
I know, that's
but-
what I'm saying. Dex is the man. I mean, he is the homie for sure. This is the tough part because I don't know else you put on this list here.
Of course.
Let's go ahead and throw Dex. Let's go ahead and throw him at number 9.
Number 9. Okay, that's not too bad of a spot.
I don't want to do
Not
him
too
too
bad of a
dirty because
spot.
he's not like completely ugly.
Of course. Yeah, he's one handsome dude, and I
He
love
is.
that we get to go down in his diner sometimes.
Yeah, he is the man for sure.
Okay, your second character here, Mark. Sid from The Bad Batch. What's the thought process right now?
Because I'm gonna rank her ahead of Dex.
Oh, wow.
Yes, it's just a matter of where.
Okay.
Go ahead and throw her at 7.
Okay, so not that much uglier than Dex.
Yeah, it was 7. I like 7.
I understand it, because you don't know what else is coming.
I
so
know that's
you
the
gotta
bad
leave
part.
you gotta leave room on both ends of the spectrum here.
You do, yeah, I do. That's for sure.
Okay, your third character here, Mark. Queel.
Quill's the homie, dude. Such a cool guy.
I mean, essentially, you're doing Ugnaughts as a whole, I guess.
That is true. I mean, he's got a good, nice looking, like, was that a beard? Like, that's a clean looking beard.
Yeah, they usually have some chops.
Yeah, I like the chops. Right?
I believe
like the
they're also
chops look.
usually balding.
This is true as well. Well, they're under so much stress. It's not completely his fault.
Okay, yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. Hard workers, but see, I kind of like the chops. I'm not gonna lie. Like the chops is good for him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's go ahead and throw him. Cause I don't want to do him too dirty or too nice.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and throw him at 8.
Wow, you're just stacking them right in the middle here. You're scared, I can tell.
I am really scared. I don't know who you put on here.
Okay, on to your fourth character. Bosk.
I mean, okay, this one's tough. This one's tough.
The
This one's
mind is
tough.
just blank.
Oh, this one's tough because like they look kind of cool.
Yeah, they look intimidating for sure.
Yes.
Trandoshans.
Yes. But this isn't about that. This is about ugliness.
Yes.
And not exactly the. I don't want to stare at a picture of Bosk for too long, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just hope he doesn't.
I agree with that.
I just hope there's not a bounty on my head when he starts hunting me down after this. Let's go ahead and throw Bosk at number 4.
Wow.
We're gonna throw him.
Oh
kinda
my
high.
god, so he's mega ugly. That's
We're gonna throw him up.
crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna throw him in the top 5.
Okay. On to your fifth character here, Mark. Aldar Beto. So if you can't tell from this perspective, this right here is a nose,
Oh
and this
man.
back here is a neck.
I mean,
One of the pod racers in the Boonta Eve Classic.
pretty ugly. Right out the gate, I'm just gonna say it.
Is this
I
making
mean-
you regret putting Bosk at 4?
A little bit. I wish I put him down a peg or two. Who I don't know who else you have up your sleeve though. Throw him at 2.
At 2, wow. Aldar Beto getting absolutely
Sorry.
decimated.
I'm sorry.
He lost the Boonta Eve Classic, man. You can't go easy on him.
Hey, it's a cold world. Sorry.
I actually don't know. He might have died to Sebulba. All right, on to your 6th character here, Mark. Zam Wessel, but as a Clawdite, as the Changeling.
Okay. I was gonna ask this question. Very ugly right now, right? Like not
Incredibly.
not. Oh man.
So this is not including the human form that we see.
Yes,
This is
yes.
only the Clawdite.
Yes. Oh yeah, I should have put Boss down a peg or two. This is gonna be bad. Cause Zam is pretty ugly. And looking at her, it's pretty ugly.
Yeah.
Put her at 3.
Okay. I can get behind that one.
Yeah, because it's like at least she still has like some human form. What was that other dude's name? Aldar or whatever.
Aldar Beto.
Yeah, he just looks like on a whole nother level in my opinion.
Yeah. Okay, Mark. On to your 7th character here. Zam Wessel, but the human
Whoa,
form.
Okay, now we're cooking.
So now remember, 15 is the least ugly.
Mm-hmm.
1
we've-
is the most ugly.
We've done like this is the first like character that I will sit here and say that she's attractive. This is the first one that I'll say that this character is attractive. The 7th one.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you got to have at least like 2 more up the sleeve that are also attractive. But who?
Wow.
This is the question: is who?
Okay.
Or maybe not. Maybe you have all the a bunch of ugly people
Yeah,
left in.
maybe
then
she's
if I
the
throw
only
her-
one I included.
Yeah, and maybe I throw out 14 and some character who's super ugly gets thrown right in front of her, and then I'll look like an idiot. But if you have like Madame Garza in here, then I'll look like an idiot if I put
Mm-hmm.
Zam ahead of her. So it's like,
I'll tell you right now, Garza Flip is not in this because I didn't want to include her because she was on one of the recent tier lists for you.
you need to go in the 15th spot. So
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw Zam in the 14th spot. I'm just gonna go with it. I may regret
Okay.
not throwing her in the 15. I may regret that. We'll see.
Yep. We will see. All right, on to your 8th character here, Mark. Salacious B. Crumb.
Oh, such an This is tough. I should have moved Boss down. I'm so regretting this
You
decision.
did sell on Bosk.
I'm very much regretting this decision. Because there's like, how can I throw Salacious B. Crumb under? Throw him at 5 with Bosk at 4.
Yeah.
I have to throw Salacious B. Crumb at number 1. I mean,
I
it's
completely understand that.
I don't even want to look at it anymore. I don't even want
From how you've got the list set up right now, that
have
is the
to.
only spot that makes sense.
Exactly. I just have to and just take my whoever is uglier than Boss. I just have to take it on the chin, you know.
Yep. So this is where the chaos ensues. Now that the number 1 through 4 is already taken up here.
This is not good.
You have 7 characters left.
Yeah.
And 1 through 4 is gone.
This is tough.
Okay, Mark, on to your 9th character. Poggle the Lesser. He's kind of disgusting.
I mean, Geonosians tend to be pretty gross if we're being honest.
That is correct.
So I have to throw him at 5.
Wow. The top 5 spots all filled up. Wow. You are really holding on to these five spots toward the end. If
Please.
Zam Wessel's human form was not there, like, this would be looking crazy.
Oh, it would be for sure.
Okay, on to your 10th character here. Jabba the Hutt.
Guys, he's ugly too, dude. And he's like a slob, you know? He's a slob, essentially. He's got to be at 6. I
saw that one coming. I saw that one coming. You can't put him less ugly than Dex. Like, that would be offensive.
Dude, Dex is like that. He's handsome. I'm regretting putting Dex at 10, dude. I should have put him at like 12.
Oh, you put him at 9.
Or 9, I'm sorry.
Well, all right, Mark. On to your 11th character here. Jar Jar. So really, you're talking about Gungans as a whole, because he looks pretty similar to most Gungans.
Yeah. The thing is, the Gungans don't look like weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Like Poggle or.
They're not offensively ugly.
Yeah, no. Just who else do you have on this list? This is where it really gets like blind rankings or like that you really got to think about your next move.
Oh man.
Because if I throw him at like 11 or 12, and you have like the rest of them are just like super attractive characters, I'm gonna like hate it, right? Throw him at 11. I'm just gonna bank on
for Jar Jar.
I'm just gonna hopefully bank that you got then the character uglier than him. I could put ahead of him.
All right, well, on to your 12th character, San Hill.
The
leader of the banking clan.
Dax, I should have moved him lower. I'm sorry, man. it's oh man, he's gotta go at 10, but
okay.
I regret putting even Queel that low as well.
Well, Mark, let's stop and take a look at this blind ranking here. You have 12 characters on here.
Yeah.
3 spots open, and all 3 of them are within the 4 least ugly. You are in a predicament here.
I am. The thing is like I don't like completely hate this list. Definitely a couple of things I definitely wish I would have moved Bosk down, Queel and Dex down a spot. But those are like the 3 that I'm really regretting at the moment. But
yeah. Okay, well,
let's see what happens.
On to your 13th character, Fode and Bede, the commentators of the Boon to Eve Classic.
I gotta go at 12.
Man, you're banking on some attractive people.
Dude, please put Padme on here. Somebody.
All right, on to number 14, Mark. Watto.
Oh, he's got to go at 13. Why didn't I put Sam at 15?
You're going through a mental breakdown right now.
Oh, dude. Oh, no.
Mark, you definitely, I will say, just looking at the list, you bottled putting Bosk at 4.
That was
your
mistake.
By far your biggest mistake.
Yeah, I didn't know who you were gonna pull on here. That was the thing. It was so early. I'm like,
yeah.
And as these characters start rolling in, I'm like, oh, I fumbled this one bad. Same with Dex. I should have moved him a lot lower. Actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Now that you see 14 of the 15 characters, do you think you bottled this last one? Do you think you messed up not putting Zam at 15? And leaving a 15 open for the final slot.
I am 100% regretting this decision. Unless it gets revealed, it's like you know what? Just I'm regretting it right now. So just let me see who's the last character.
Mark, you're number 15. The least ugly character out of all of these. Mark, it is Shin Hati.
Oh my
you
gosh!
did it. You did it. You did it. I'll give it to you.
Let's go.
I
I would've-
purposely put her last because I was hoping that you somehow had like maybe you saved the one spot or something. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I was hoping for, but you did it the opposite way where you held out for the least ugly.
Oh, thank
Wow.
goodness. You know what? Out of everybody on this list, she would have been 15 no matter what. So
Then that's what I knew.
let's go. That is, you know what? Like I said, I definitely bottled a couple, but overall, I think I did pretty decent on this
I think
list.
you got the 15 and 14 spots right. The rest of them are completely up to debate for the people in the comments if they have any. I will say Zam Wessel as the Clawdite, easily top 3. I actually think your top 3 is very
like it.
solid.
I do. I like my top 3 a lot.
Like
if-
Aldar
dude-
Beto goes in the top 3, Salacious Crumb definitely in the top 3, and Zam Wessel Clawdite definitely in the top 3. Any order you want to do, I wouldn't care, but those are gotta be the 3 ugliest.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely need to move like switch Bosk and Jabba, and then switch Bosk and like. I need to move Bosk at least to probably like the top 10 at
Yeah,
bare minimum. Yeah, Watto 13. That's probably where I should have put him.
Yeah,
And
I would
12.
say Bosk because Trandoshans are I don't want to say they're humanoid, but they're definitely closer to a human than a lot of these species.
Exactly. Like Watto at
Definitely
13, that
put it in
kills
the
me.
11 to 15 range.
Yeah, Watto at 13 just hurts. That hurts. Cause he is one ugly dude.
Yeah, that was a big fumble on the list.
That one hurt, but 15 and 14, I'm cool with. Those are the
Yeah,
ones that I
there you
didn't want
go.
to mess up, and I did not. So
That is your ugliest characters blind ranking. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this blind ranking. Mark's list is definitely a fun segment. It's nice to switch it up this time around and make it one that is just stressing Mark to beyond belief.
it was bad. I couldn't even tell you how bad I was stressing when I got 14 and you didn't reveal the 15th character yet, dude. I was like,
I was happy it got like that.
I thought I bottled it, dude.
Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. Let us know in the comment section below if you did. Let us know what we should do in the future in this segment. And with that, we will go ahead and send it back to the boys in the studio. Shout out to Mark for that blind ranking. I'm glad to see that he did not bottle it at the end there. But now, before we get into our next segment, we have a special interview for you guys with a special guest straight from the forest of Kashyyyk. Chewbacca's son, Lumpy, is here today. A round of applause, everyone, for Lumpy. So, Lumpy, it's great to have you on the show. How you doing today, man?
Hey, man, I'm doing pretty good today, man.
That's great to hear. I did actually want to know, to start this interview off, how have your days been living on Kashyyyk?
Not too bad, man. Those trees are pretty big, man.
Those trees are, in fact, pretty big. But talking about Kashyyyk, that reminds me, do you have any plans for Life Day?
Yeah, man. My dad's coming home, man. I'm gonna spend some time with him, man.
Yeah, we actually had your dad, Chewbacca, on the show here for an interview not long ago.
Did someone say Chewbacca, man?
Chewbacca, how do you even get in here?
How do you think Lumpy got here, man?
Security, get him out of here. Why does this keep happening? We gotta do something new next year.
Logan, why is Chewbacca here? I thought we got a restraining order against him.
Dude, I don't know. I don't understand any of this. This happens every single time. It's getting ridiculous. But now we'll go ahead and send it to our next segment. We'll send it to the Jedi Council chambers for Master or Apprentice.
Welcome to Master or Apprentice. In this segment, we will be going over your hot takes and deciding whether we agree or we disagree with them. If you have a hot take that you would like submitted, go ahead and throw it down in the comments below or in our Discord server, link in the description, with increased odds for channel members as always. So let's go ahead and get in the first hot take for today, submitted by X. His hot take: the 2003 Clone Wars is one of the most underrated pieces of Star Wars media. I mean, it's hard to really, I don't know if I'd say underrated because it's thought about very highly.
Yes.
Obviously, there are people that will say, "Oh, I'm not gonna watch the animated stuff. That's for kids,"
Mm-hmm.
And to be fair, they are missing out because I didn't watch it until a couple years ago, and I absolutely loved it. Now that was in preparation for season 7, and I just enjoyed it. I thought it was a great journey. It, it might be underrated. It might be a little underrated because there are people that definitely are kind of avoiding it, I guess, if is a way to put it, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest reason to avoid it is because it's not canon.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I haven't seen it in full. I've seen like the big parts of it. It's just, I don't know. It's tough to get into something that is that exaggerated for me. Because this is it's kind of in the same lane as Visions for me. Visions is very over the top. At least some of them. Some of them are like super over the top, just ridiculous, and obviously not canon. And this is one of those things where I think it's just so over the top sometimes. But I will give it credit. It is over the top in a way that it's funny, at least.
And I feel like this is where a lot of people became Grievous fans as well.
Yes, and I know X is a huge Grievous fan, and that's why he's saying this. I can almost guarantee that might be 99% of why he's saying this.
Yeah.
But that I was gonna say, I think Grievous in the 2008 Clone Wars and the Clone Wars that everyone knows, it is like he's still scary.
Oh yeah.
2008 does two things: shows that he's scary, but also shows that he's an absolute coward. Which you could be both of those things. But like, it just shows that he's not good enough to beat the best. Mm-hmm. And he shouldn't be.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen what he did to the Night Sisters on Dathomir in that series. I mean, he completely annihilated them without hesitation. So I get where you're kind of coming from that point of view.
I mean, it's just, I think that's how you make a character like that. Like, obviously he doesn't win in the end, so why would you make it so he just absolutely pummels everyone? Because then it makes it even worse if he's pummeling everyone and then still dies in the end.
Yeah, this is true.
So he has to die.
Hmm.
I think in the 2003 Clone Wars, like, it's over the top. So Grievous being that ridiculous makes sense.
Hmm.
Uh,
Like, because everybody was pretty ridiculous in that.
yes, like you see like Mace Windu jumping 200 miles in one direction within a second or so. It's just crazy.
Yeah.
Uh, but you know that sort of thing is tough for me to get into. So personally, I'm not gonna agree with this. I'm not gonna say it's underrated because I actually hear a lot of people say how much they like it
Mm.
and how like it's better than the other Clone Wars. Maybe that's just like maybe I just surround myself with people that love it for some reason. But
Yeah.
so I couldn't say it's under. I'm not gonna say it's bad.
Yeah. No.
But I will say that it's not quite my cup of tea.
Yeah, I definitely see, like, because obviously it's not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, because of the over the top in just about everything that they do. It's definitely not gonna be everybody's cup of tea, and I do think that the 2008 Clone Wars definitely kind of, brings it down to like where everybody should be, like power level wise, and all of that. So while it is, I do enjoy seeing like those cool scenes with Grievous because it is cool to see him
Oh
kind
yeah.
of go crazy every now and again, and the clone troopers. But I mean, I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna agree with this either. So X, so sorry to do this, but we do not grant you the rank of master. Round of applause for him still does a great hot take. Thank you for submitting this wonderful hot take.
Yeah, I mean it's tough when you don't get to grant someone the rank of master, but hey,
I know I don't want to, but
it happens.
it does.
Moving on to our second hot take for today. This one is actually from Mark, from the host himself.
Let's go.
He says, Gray Jedi aren't canon, nor should they be introduced. Uh, I'm going to let you go first. I'm going to let you give a little bit of an explanation, and I'll kind of elaborate on it a little bit as well.
All right, well, the concept of the gray Jedi, I get it, right? Like it's a cool concept of being in the middle, right? Um, using the light and the dark at the same time. I kind of like something like that. I get it. It's cool. But it gets to a point where it's like, okay, well, you have a guy like one of my favorite characters, Galen Merrick, Star Killer, and I would definitely classify him as a gray Jedi because obviously he uses the dark side most of the time, but in the game he does have his good intentions as well towards the end. Um, Obviously it wouldn't be to that extent of power level, but
Mm-hmm.
with the way that the Force works in the canon, I don't understand why people are so obsessed with the gray Jedi thing. You're either on the light side or you're on the dark side. You're either fueled by hatred, fear, anger, all of that, like Yoda says, or you're not, and you've learned to I essentially be at peace, I guess, and like um trying to think of how I want to word this on the light side part of it, but I can't figure out how I want to word this for the light side portion of the Force.
Mm-hmm.
You're not in it for power, and greed.
Yeah,
You're not fueled by all of that.
you're a protector.
Yeah, you're a protector. And once you throw somebody in the middle, then it just gets all confusing and like
Mm-hmm.
what's the motive? Because you're not the balance. You're not that's like the light side. You've balanced, you've mastered
Yes,
the
the
force.
light side is
Yes.
balanced. Like,
Yeah, you can't be in the middle. There's just no way, That's kind of
yeah,
what I'm kind of getting at here.
it's confusing to say that the middle isn't balance,
Yes.
but that's it. The light side is the balance.
That's
Is
just
the
the way it
thing.
is.
I don't know. I think I really do think a lot of people want Gray Jedi because they want certain characters to not be associated with the light or dark side or Jedi or Sith. Because in a lot of ways, like a Jedi can be seen in bad light as well. Like,
Yeah.
especially prequel era Jedi because of all the mistakes they make and all this stuff. So they want someone like Ahsoka when she leaves the Jedi Order to be considered a gray Jedi because she's not associated with either. And one, she definitely leans to the light side. So,
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, I think instead of being like, oh, this person isn't light or dark side, so they're a gray Jedi. Instead, if they're actually not associated with either, they are a Force user with a lightsaber.
Yes.
That's it.
That's essentially what they are.
Just because you're a Force user with a lightsaber doesn't mean you have to be a Jedi or a Sith.
Yeah. It's just a matter of like, are you using the light side or the dark side? Like, there's just no in between for me.
Yeah,
It just doesn't make sense for there to be an in between.
Yeah, I feel like Gray Jedi, I mean, like, the point that you're trying to make is it gets way too complex if you're trying to throw something like that in. It could be so much simpler if you don't even think about the concept of a Gray Jedi.
Yeah, and I mean, even like I said, I brought up Starkiller. I mean, he uses a lot of dark side. You know what I'm saying? Like his intentions
Yeah.
are good, but he's like he doesn't use the light side of the force. Like he has trouble with like the mind tricks, I think, in the game, and he has trouble grasping that type of stuff because he's been taught the dark side of the force. It's just there's just no in between.
Yeah.
I don't understand where that narrative is.
Or then
arrived.
people will bring up the idea of, like, Qui-Gon is basically a Gray Jedi. He's still part of the Jedi Order. Like,
Yeah.
he's still a Jedi.
I don't get it. I really don't.
So it's, I don't know. It's weird. It's just not. It makes things way more complex than they need to be.
Yeah, for
So,
sure.
Mark, I am going to grant you the rank of master. Round of applause,
Go.
everyone, for Mark.
Let's go.
I hate doing that.
I grant you the rank of master.
Anytime that we put one in, we usually agree because that's just how we are. Me and you agree on a lot of things when it comes to Star Wars. But hey, it's our show, I guess. Who cares?
It is our show, so we can run it how we want. Let's go ahead and get into the final hot take for this Master or Apprentice. This one is submitted anonymously. And this hot take is Vader is overused in Rogue One. Now, since I've kind of started off the first two, I would like to hear your side on this one first, Logan.
Okay. I actually off the top of my head, I don't know if I want to agree or disagree with it. I think like he's used a good amount. Like he's just, you see him in his back to tank.
Yes,
Which like I feel like a lot of people would maybe say that he's shown more than he really needs to be, but it's cool. Like seeing him in the back to tank and then seeing him walk out and talk to Krennic. That whole discussion, I think that's fine to include.
Yeah.
I think it's good to show that Krennic doesn't have a direct line of communication to Palpatine. It's talk to Vader, Vader talks to Palpatine.
Yeah.
I think that is a good thing to have, and that's how it's got to be, because like there's the whole argument going on between Krennic and Tarkin. Krennic can't say something to Tarkin to say to Vader to say to Palpatine. He's going straight to Vader.
Yes.
So I think that makes sense, and you have to show those connections with like within the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
I think people may say he's overused because it's Rogue One. It's like a separate thing. They like Vader doesn't need to be in it. We don't need to see these main Star Wars characters. But Vader's the one that makes the absolute most sense to make an appearance in that.
Exactly. Yeah, that's only how I feel about it. Like it's in a weird spot where if you don't include that, then it's like almost feels like kind of like I don't want to say a cameo, but he's just appearing at the end of the movie and everybody goes crazy,
Yeah.
right? It's kind of like that feeling. I definitely 100% agree with what you said. Him being that direct line to Palpatine, because I mean I'm assuming that's what it was for like everybody, was they just had to report if you wanted to get anywhere near Palpatine, you had to go through Vader.
Mm-hmm.
And I really did like seeing that. Obviously, I love seeing Vader's temple on Mustafar. That was really cool. And him in the back tank was also very cool as well. But yeah, no, I think those were key important like plot points for that, to kind of not only to see that connection to Palpatine and how they relayed information to him, but also like with Krennic's frustration over Tarkin and him just kind of cutting the line, going to Vader to let out his grievances there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's it definitely helps with the plot, because obviously Krennic and Tarkin didn't get along. You got to include that last scene because it leads right into episode 4, so you have to have that in there. Yeah, no, I think he's used just fine. I don't think he's overused at all.
Yeah, I think I'd have to also say that because it's if you want to use him less, then it's like what you said. The only thing that he would be in is in the final scene,
Yeah.
and some people might think like it might be better if it was just him in the final scene because it's like it's even more of a surprise
That's true.
because you go the whole movie without seeing him.
And then you
It
hear the
has
iconic
no
breathing.
main characters other than Tarkin,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it just happens. Like
Hmm.
that would be incredibly unexpected. I still think it was pretty unexpected,
Oh
but
yeah, I wasn't expecting to go crazy like that.
yeah, and I think the whole interaction between him and Krennic is, I think it's really good to have. Shows, it like you were saying, it shows that direct line. Like it's everyone is going to Vader to go to Palpatine,
Yeah.
but then it's showing like Vader can even tell that he Krennic's voicing his frustrations. Everyone in the Empire is trying to get the upper hand on everyone else.
Exactly. That's
Like
true.
Krennic wants to be ahead of
Mhm.
Tarkin,
Yep.
and Vader can just tell. Like he's
Yeah.
just like, oh, come
I
on,
see what
man.
this is. I see
Yeah,
what this is.
it's like it doesn't matter how high up you get, you still can't get over top of me.
Yep. Nobody ever will. So
So, no, I'd have to agree with it. No, I'd have to disagree with it. Sorry.
disagree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I knew what you were saying. Well, unfortunately, we cannot grant you the rank of master. But thank you for submitting this. Obviously,
Yeah.
you
So
want
a
to
round
remain
of
anonymous.
applause.
A
We
round of
got to get a
applause,
round
of
of
course.
applause.
We give a
'Cause-
round of applause to everybody here because we love the hot takes. We love the interaction between you guys and us, for sure.
Yeah, and I think this was one of the more interesting ones to be brought
Yeah,
up.
I've never really heard of anybody complaining about the usage of Vader in Rogue One. So
Yeah, and I don't hear people talk much about the Vader Krennic interaction.
this is true. Yeah.
For good reason. I mean, the final scene is what gets a lot of the attention with Vader in that movie anyway, so
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah, that is true. Well, this has been Master or Apprentice. This was another great one. If you guys have any hot takes that you want to discuss with us, go ahead and let us know down in the comments below, or go ahead and throw it in our Discord server, link in the description. And of course, increased odds for all you channel members out there. With that, we'll go ahead and send you back to the boys in the studio. Thank you guys once again for submitting all of your hot takes. We love doing Master or Apprentice in the council chambers. But now it is time to honor all of our channel members. Now presenting the Hologram of Fame.
Yo, Mark, do you mind if I use the bathroom real quick?
No, not at all, dude. Go ahead and take your time. I really cannot wait for Life Day. I'm really pumped about it this year.
Oh, 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 did someone say Life Day?
Santa, what are you doing here?
Oh, 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 Mark, I'm here to grant your Life Day wish.
What does that even mean? I've never had a Life Day wish before.
Oh, 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 you can wish for any gift you want on Life Day.
Ooh, I got it. Can I get a channel membership?
Oh, 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 of course. What do you want with your channel membership?
Oh man, Santa, I want a bonus segment every time the Galactic Core releases, behind the scenes and outtakes videos, special Discord roles and chats, recognized on the Hologram of Fame. Oh, and I can't forget the increased odds for my questions and hot takes to be picked.
Oh, oh, holy crap, that's a lot of stuff. But I'll make sure your wish comes true on Life Day.
Thanks, Santa, you're the best.
Ho ho ho, you're welcome, Mark. And make sure to tell Logan that he's getting coal this year.
Sure thing, Santa. I'll go ahead and let him know. Thank you again.
All right, Mark. Did anything happen while I was gone?
Nah, nothing really.
All right.
But now, it is time to see if I can complete the Jedi Knight Trials. Let's go ahead and send it over to our next segment, Trivia Trials.
Welcome to Trivia Trials. In this segment, Mark is going to answer Star Wars trivia questions in increasing difficulty. We have 8 questions split into 3 separate tiers, the first being Jedi Knight, the second being Jedi Master, and the final tier is Grand Master. Like I said, increasing difficulty, so as you go on, they get even more difficult, and he has to climb this ladder and see if he can complete the Jedi Knight Trials. Mark, you will also have 2 lifelines, multiple choice and 50-50. You can use them whenever you need to, but you only get one use. And this time around, we do have a theme for the trivia. Mark, this is Empire Strikes Back trivia.
Oof, okay.
Everything is within that movie, that specific movie.
Okay. I like it.
Are you confident in that?
I don't know. We'll see. Cause I don't know what kind of questions you're gonna give me, so we'll see.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll go ahead and get started. Into your first question here, Mark, your first trial. What species are the workers on Cloud City?
What species?
Yeah.
I believe, are they called? Oh, man, I feel like it's. I know it starts with a U, but I don't know if if I'm gonna say it wrong or not.
If you really need it, take your time, because I do not want you to use a lifeline.
Yeah, no, I don't. Oh, is it it's Ugnaught? I believe that's how you say it.
That is correct, Mark. It is
Okay.
Ugnaughts.
Okay, that helped. Because I remember him from Force Unleashed, but I didn't remember the name of him. I knew it started with a U. I just wasn't sure.
Yes. Oh man, you scared me there for a second, but your first trial is done. On to your second question here. What is the name of the rebel base on Hoth?
Oh gosh, do I even know this?
This may seem tough, but I know for a fact if you used a lifeline, you would get it as soon as you hear it.
I know. That's what's going to annoy me about it. Because I really don't want to.
Shares a name with another Star Wars character. Maybe someone of the clone variety.
Oh, dude, I don't want to use a lifeline, dude. I don't.
I mean, you could use my hints that I just gave you.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Run through some clones. Let me hear your thought process here.
Obviously, you got Cody. That's the main one from episode 3. Rex, Fives, Echo. It's Echo, isn't it? It's Echo base.
It is Echo Base.
I was like, none of these sound like names, and I heard Echo, and I was like, that sounds like a base name.
Hey man, some people might consider if you complete these trials, maybe it's not legit because that was maybe I gave you a little too much there, but I like to extend the game. You know, this is.
I mean, we'll see if I don't use a lifeline, then maybe I can get a pass.
Possibly.
But that might happen, so we'll see.
Okay, well now you're 2 trials down. On to your third here, Mark. Who commanded the Imperial ground forces on Hoth?
Who commanded them?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one because I'd want to say, because I believe Veers was there, but I don't know if it would be like, because Vader was there too. I don't know if it'd be. Let's go with General Veers.
Mark, General Veers is correct.
Okay. That one
You
had me
have
tripped up.
you've completed the Jedi Knight tier through your first 3 trials. How are you feeling?
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. They did get more difficult. So I don't really know what to expect here. So we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, your first trial here in the Jedi Master section. What planet is Cloud City on?
I'm gonna say Bespin.
Bespin is correct, Mark.
Okay.
I
don't know why it took me so long
I got
to answer
scared
that.
again, dude.
I know. I was
are-
like, I'm overthinking it. That's the problem. I'm like,
yeah,
it's Bespin. I'm like,
100%.
why am I thinking about this?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, well now on to your 5th trial here. Who is the mayor of Cloud City?
The mayor. I mean, it's got to be Lando.
Is that your final
Calrissian.
answer?
I mean, that's my final answer. That's the only person who I can think of that would be mayor.
It is Lando.
Okay.
There you go. You're
Okay.
5 trials deep, Mark.
There we go. You had me second guessing that for a second. I'm like, nah, it's got to be Lando.
Well, now, Mark, you have 3 questions left.
Oh,
This
jeez.
happens every time. This is where it gets mixy.
Yes, this is 100% where it starts to kick it up a notch, if you will.
Okay, your final trial in the Jedi Master category. What is the first word of the opening crawl?
Jeez. Even with a lifeline, I don't even know if I'd be able to get that. That's crazy. The opening word. There's like a million words I could pick from. Just give me guys, because even with a lifeline, it's still gonna be tough.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might need to use a 50-50 to
Yeah, that's what
really
I was.
narrow it down there.
And then at that point, it's 50-50 guess. Like, yeah, this one's definitely tricky if you don't watch the movie enough and pay attention to that opening scene or
Mm-hmm.
the crawl. All right, well, there's no way I'm gonna guess off the top of my head. I'm gonna be honest. So let me just do the 50-50.
All right, Mark. You're 50-50 here. A, it, or B, Imperial.
Oh, this doesn't really help. Oh man, this one is tricky. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Imperial B.
Is that your final answer?
I'm just gonna roll with it. Let's go. Let's go.
Unfortunately, Mark, that is incorrect.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be like Imperial forces. That's what I thought it was gonna
That's
say. Oh,
I
what
I'm
is
gonna be
it?
honest with you. What do you mean? Like, what's the first sentence?
Yeah. Like, what does it say? Like, obviously it's it.
I'll have
but-
to check.
Okay. Because I want to know. Because I genuinely don't know. Because it just
I
sounds.
just know it starts with it now, obviously.
To me, it sounds weird to start with like it and then whatever for like a first sentence.
The first sentence of the opening crawl is, "It is a dark time for the rebellion."
Ah, man, that is tough, dude. I thought for sure it was gonna be like Imperial forces or
Mhm.
like something about them attacking Hoth.
Well, that is where your game ends.
Dude, that sucks. Cause that question is so difficult.
Obviously we have our multiple choice. So I had multiple things that I could have given you for the 50-50. I gave you Imperial because I could have given you the first option, it, or the second option, the.
That would have been
Yeah.
even worse.
Yeah, so I decided to give you Imperial, and I thought that would also be kind of tricky.
Yeah, that's a tough question. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's where your game ends. I will just go ahead and at least offer up these last two questions. These are unbelievably difficult. Not so much the first one, but the very last question is unreal.
Yeah.
So the first Grandmaster question was, what is the name of the admiral that Darth Vader force chokes after he emerges from Lightspeed too close to Hoth? So the one that he force chokes and then immediately promotes
Yeah,
Piet.
Piet. Yeah, I wouldn't have known his name.
It was Admiral Ozzel.
Mm.
And then the final question was, who is the founder of Cloud City?
Oh, there's no way I would have guessed that.
The answer is Ecclesis Fig.
Yeah, there's no way.
If you would have somehow got that,
I'd be like, oh yeah, I know this. Ecclesis Fig.
yeah, like that would have been crazy.
I wish that I would. That would be so funny if I didn't know that and we got to that point. I would guess that. I would just love to see like the look on your face. Be like,
I mean, because I believe he's only brought up in like in Star Wars encyclopedias, I guess I want to say, but that those sort of like guidebooks.
yeah.
And then I think he's in a video game, but not like a video game where you've got like pictures. It's like you get what I mean, but
Yeah.
because he does not have a physical appearance in anything. Like he doesn't have. You don't know what he looks like.
Yeah.
But yeah. So.
Oh man, those are some difficult last three questions for
Yeah,
sure.
you unfortunately
Would have gotten stumped.
bow out at 5 correct. So
Yeah, that's all right. Tough
you'll
scenes.
get some redemption eventually.
Oh, I'll get there one day. Don't worry.
And
Yeah, keep
this
going.
continues with me being the only person to complete the trials.
That's true. One time. So that is
Yes,
true.
one time, and I don't know if it'll ever happen again. But I do hope you at least do it once. That's that's the
Yeah,
goal at this
that's
point.
the goal.
Maybe next time I'll give you something prequel related, so maybe
That wouldn't be bad.
maybe you'll be a little bit better.
Just give me one about clones. I'd completely bomb that one.
Oh, you might lose on the first question, and it would be the easiest
Probably.
question ever.
Probably.
But that'll do it for this trivia trials. If you guys enjoyed it, let us know in the comment section below. And with that, we will go ahead and send it back to the boys at the desk. Well, it's unfortunate that Mark could not complete the Jedi Knight trials this time around, but there's always next time. But Mark, before we get into our next segment, we're going to go ahead and have a discussion here about some of our favorite moments of the Galactic Core with this past year. You know, being the last episode for the year, we already in this episode had some Galactic Core trivia. Now it's time for us to discuss some of our favorite moments. So I guess I'll start first. I have a few, but one that I want to mention before you go ahead and go is it's always going to be in my mind the very first trivia trials, which is, you know, funny to say because we're coming out of trivia trials. You using a lifeline on the first question. That is something that will always live on in the Galactic Core legacy. You'll never be able to escape that moment.
You're right, I will not. And it was really funny. Obviously, not at the moment. Well, in the moment it was funny too, but it was also like, why did I use this? I knew the answer. I was just too
Yeah.
scared to guess it. It was because it was the new game. I didn't want to like get the second question wrong somehow. And then, all right, well, trivia trials is over. you know, but yeah, that was a funny moment for sure, and it'll definitely live on. I personally enjoyed a couple things. Obviously, I enjoy my segment just because it's all about me, of course, what I like to do, the
Mhm.
tier listing stuff and top tens, all that. I also enjoy Galactic games, sitting here playing Star Wars games, just kind of goofing off. Netherworld, I love doing those, learning more and more about different characters in Star Wars. And my personal favorite, the interviews. I really do love the interviews that you conduct most of the time, of course. And, those are always really entertaining to go back and watch and see what I missed while I was in the restroom.
Yeah, you're always in the bathroom. But that's another thing I was going to bring up. The interviews are always, I don't want to say great because they're almost never great, but it's an interesting experience. It's always fun to have. You brought up the Galactic games. To bring up a specific one, the Battlefront 2 2005 one is just, I think that one is maybe one of our best segments ever.
Oh, that was so
The
much fun.
Geonosis arena, climbing out of the map, us jumping off the top. The back rooms, our Dooku Yoda duel, like, I don't know. There was just something special about that one. And then there's a couple moments in overrated underrated. The one that really comes to mind is you purposely giving me Cody
Yeah.
shortly after we did the clone tier list, and I wanted to put not Cody not in commander.
Yep.
It was just like you knew what you were doing there. It's
I
always a
did.
setup.
Hey, it's always working. My mind's always working. I'm
Yeah.
listening to what you're saying in these when we record these. I'm like, I think I'll include that because I think he's gonna say overrated for that.
And then the last thing I wanted to bring up is something pretty simple, but the Kessel Run, the very first Kessel Run of us doing the Lego Star Wars Pod Race. I mean, something about that level, man, is just, it's always going to be legendary. I love playing it. So,
Yeah, I love that level too. It's always a good one to speed run. Obviously, it was unfortunate we couldn't play the original video game with
yeah.
1, 2, and 3 because that one That one's a little more difficult with and it's not like it's just the cutscenes between
Mm-hmm.
the first part, the second part, and the third part of the race. Because the cutscene, like when you get to that second part with like the Tusken Raiders, you just like go flying out of
Oh
the
yeah.
when it transitions, and you're like flying around trying to get control of
It's
the
like an
pod.
instant death every time. Like it's guaranteed.
Yeah, if somebody makes it out of that without dying, I mean, I gotta tip the cap where I can because that is
Yeah.
insane.
But that was some of our favorite Galactic Core moments throughout the year. Please let us know in the comments some of your favorite moments as well. We would love to hear them. And I'd love to hear what connects with some of you guys. But now it's time to send it to our final segment of 2023. You know we had to do it to him.
Had to.
One of our favorite segments. Let's go ahead and send it down to overrated, underrated.
Welcome to Overrated, Underrated. In this segment, me and Logan will be deciding if these things in Star Wars are overrated, underrated, or properly rated within about 2 sentences, but that usually never happens, so we'll try to be better about it this time. Now this time around, we do have a theme. It is Star Wars video games. So I'm really excited to get into this one. This is going to be a good one for sure.
The video game edition, I'm excited for it because I mean we can get weird with it a little bit.
For sure. Let's go ahead and get right into it here, Logan. Your first thing, overrated, underrated? The Death Star in Empire at War.
Oh my god. It's gotta be properly rated because yeah, it's gotta be properly rated because it literally cannot be underrated. It just decimates everything. You have no chance once the Empire gets it. And I mean, maybe if you have a good fleet, you could get through it and actually win off of it. But
Yeah.
man, is it overpowered? You actually do get it pretty fast if you play the right way. Yeah, properly rated.
All right, I like it. Your second thing here, overrated, underrated. The Battlefront 2 from 2017, the space combat in it. I guess I shouldn't say space
Ah.
combat. I should say with the X-wings and the A-wings and the TIE fighters and all that.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna be honest. I absolutely hate it.
I mean, there's definitely people that do, for sure.
I'm gonna say overrated. I'm gonna say overrated because I would hate the people that were nasty with it and could like go crazy with ships on like a normal map.
Yeah.
Like not space battle, but like in the ships and killing ground units. Like it was so annoying. So yeah, no, I'm gonna say overrated. I don't. For some reason, I just hated it.
Yeah, no, those players were definitely annoying to play against. That is for sure. And your third thing here, overrated, underrated, Star Wars Squadrons.
I have to say properly rated, and the only reason I am saying that is because I never played it. Never played it once. I actually wish I did.
Yeah, well, I think this one was a little more liked for the space combat wise over Battlefront 2 because it was more fleshed out for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was made specifically for it, so it makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, Mark, on to your first three here. Overrated, underrated, Lego Star Wars as a whole.
Oh, the franchise as a whole, okay. I think I gotta say properly rated. I mean they're considered at the top, which I agree with, and they've provided me great memories as a kid and a good challenge as a kid as well. So I will go ahead and go properly rated for them.
That's completely understandable. It's hard to want to say underrated for it, which is
Yeah,
the only other way you would go.
this is true.
Okay, your second thing here, overrated, underrated, Star Killer.
Oh man. Oh man. I gotta put underrated. I'm gonna, and here's why. Like I get it, people don't like the powerful character, and I will agree that he is definitely over the top. But that's for the game's purposes, okay, to make it fun. But his character arc is in my opinion, it's underrated. I mean, he was his father was killed by Vader. Vader took him in, trained him as a secret apprentice to take down Palpatine, and Vader just turned on him. I mean, multiple times. It was foreshadowed when he betrayed him the first time, but then said, "Oh, I just needed to keep you a secret a little longer." But all he wanted to do was get to those rebel leaders, and Starkiller was not in his plan at all to take down the Emperor. And he eventually learned that the hard way, obviously, with the "I lied" line, of course, everybody loves. Sorry, it's a bit long one, but and yeah, so I just think his character arc's underrated for sure.
I think it's such a funny thing that you could say any of the three possible answers for that one, and I'd understand every single one of them.
Oh yeah,
So,
it's definitely like a layered question for sure.
okay, and on to your third one here, overrated, underrated. Iden Versio's armor.
Oh, her armor is really cool. Cause that what was that? What was that unit called? They had a name.
Inferno Squad, I believe.
Inferno Squad. Yeah, their armor is really cool. Cause I was always a big fan of the Shadow Trooper in Battlefront 2015,
Mm-hmm.
like the all black look. I think I'll say, cause I don't know how it's perceived, so I'm just gonna be safe here and just say underrated because I really do like it. I like the all black look, and um the overall unit as a whole looks super intimidating when they roll up on you. So I'll definitely say underrated for that.
And that's a perfect answer.
Yeah. All right, Logan. Your next three things here. Your first thing here, overrated, underrated. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga specifically.
Uh,
Couple grievances with this game.
The thing is, I know a lot of people don't really like it.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, I don't hate it, but I'm
Yeah.
gonna say overrated.
Ah, that hurts.
I feel like it was a bad decision to focus so much on the open world aspect of it versus the actual levels, because I feel like the replayability is a lot worse because of that.
Yeah.
A lot of focus on the Kyber bricks in the open world. Absolutely insane. And even when you do get into the levels, it's 95% of it is walking. I think it's just, I don't know, not great to me. I still like it. I enjoy myself on it, but I don't know. I say overrated, but I think a lot of people dislike it. But I'm still gonna say it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one for sure. Getting your next thing here, overrated, underrated. The ARC Trooper from Battlefront 2 2017.
The ARC Trooper,
Mm-hmm.
overrated.
Ooh,
I'm gonna say overrated. A lot of people, because it was cheesy,
it was. It was really cheesy.
and I hated that. And I am always a firm believer on that game that the B2 Super Battle Droid is the best ground unit in that game. No competition. Easily the best. So anything else is overrated. The ARC Trooper overrated.
That's actually my favorite one, so that's why I put it in there to see what you wanted to do because it was cheesy for sure.
Yeah, screw you.
We'll get in your last thing here, Logan. Overrated, underrated. The Yoda Lego death sound.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Okay, underrated. Even though it's by far the most beloved one. The thing is that you know where that sound comes from, right?
I'm not. I believe I've. Cause I feel like I know. I don't know though off the top of my head right now.
It's from episode 2, like when he starts
Okay.
screaming going into the Dooku.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's from
Okay.
that, but it's like such a small clip that it doesn't like you can't really tell. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, definitely underrated. It's just the only other one I feel like competes with it is Anakin. Anakin's is just like such a funny sound.
Are you talking about from the Revenge of the Sith game or whatever?
Huh?
Are you talking about like from that Revenge of the Sith game or is it the Lego?
No, I'm talking about Lego Star Wars.
Okay, I thought you were talking about the one from like episode 3 where it's like, oh, or something. Like,
Oh no.
that really funny one.
Okay, Mark, on to your final 3 here as well. Overrated, underrated. Galactic Conquest, the game mode from Battlefront 2 2005.
I mean, I gotta say underrated, right? It's the best game mode in any of the games. Did it, is that Galactic Conquest? Was that the single player one or was that the.
That is the
Okay.
single player one
Yeah,
where
I just wanna
you
make sure I didn't
take
get it
over
wrong.
the whole galaxy.
Okay, I just want to make sure I was thinking of the right game mode. Yes, this is 100% underrated. The fact that they didn't bring it back in, obviously the first, like the one from 2015. Okay, I can understand it, but I mean, you got all 3 eras in Battlefront to 2017, and you didn't bring it back. That might have been the biggest fumble, one of the biggest fumbles in history. So I will say underrated for sure.
I respect that. On to your second thing here. Overrated, underrated. The Star Wars multiplayer experience. Just overall.
Oh, it's really good. The thing is, I always love these games. You know, I love the single player games. I love the multiplayer games, and I feel like a vast majority of the community loves the multiplayer games too. I mean, everybody has been begging for Battlefront 3. We want a multiplayer game to play. So, I will go ahead and say properly rated because I do think that it is highly ranked within the Star Wars gaming community for sure.
I respect it. And on to your final thing here, Mark. I want you to think about this.
All right.
Overrated, underrated. Galaxy of Heroes.
Oh, this game.
I'll be honest with you, Mark. Before you say it, this is another one of those things where you could say any of the 3 answers and I would understand it.
Yes, I'm stuck because it's like, okay. So here's my thought process. First thing, it takes forever to do anything in this game. That is my main gripe with it. I get it, it's a mobile game, that's how mobile games are. But that's not an excuse. Like it's a part of the game. You made the game like that, right?
Yeah.
So that's my biggest gripe with it. It takes forever to do anything, especially with these new characters and getting that Kyrotech. I mean, that Kyrotech grind is insane. I can't stand it. But the flip side of that is unlocking your favorite characters. That is great. Obviously, a little while ago, I unlocked the Executor, and that was probably the most fun I've ever had on the game. And I'm still kind of on that high a little bit because I still have it, and it's like just dominating everything. So that's the flip side of it is you got your good, you got your bad, right? Now I'm trying to think about what everybody else thinks about it. And a lot of people enjoy the game. Me personally, I don't enjoy it all the time. I'm just going to say that. So for that, slightly, I'll have to go slightly overrated for Galaxy of Heroes.
Wow.
Slightly.
Wow.
The only reason it's not fully overrated is because of, like I said, your favorite characters, unlocking them. That's the thrill of that is great.
Wow.
But that thrill goes away. You know what I mean? That thrill goes away.
Oh my
So
god.
I had to do it.
I would have had to go properly rated.
It's because that's not. I was between that and over, like slightly, it's like ever so slightly overrated because
But I also like it, to me it could be underrated because it is the one Star Wars game where you can play with so many different characters across Star Wars.
That's
like
true, and it has been
the
going
on-
on for a long time.
the
at
only
this
other
point.
one that comes close is Lego Star Wars in terms of the amount of characters you could play with.
That's true.
So, dude,
This game, it gives me too
but
much
I understand
frustration,
your
too.
points as well.
Like I have too much frustration within the game to give it underrated. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But that's just my personal experience.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I could see all three on that
Yeah,
one.
that was a good one because that one was tough to really think about for sure. Well, if you guys disagreed with any of us, go ahead and let us know down in the comments below. Please don't crucify me too much if you think the Galaxy of Heroes is underrated. Personal experience, it's just some things just annoy me a lot in that game. But with that, we'll go ahead and send you back to the boys at the desk to end off the episode. That was a phenomenal way to end off 2023 with overrated, underrated. Thank you guys for all the support. We have really enjoyed recording this for you guys in the year 2023. Hopefully, some big things in the future. We always love just recording these, goofing off, and just having a great time.
Yeah, of course. It's always great. Thank you guys again for all the support. Hopefully, you guys continue to support the Galactic Core into 2024 as well.
Make sure you guys are on the lookout for some new content on the channel before 2024. We got some big things planned here on the channel. We hope you guys will enjoy that. And we will see you again in 2024 with a brand new Galactic Core episode. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even think about becoming a channel member today. And with that, we will send 2023 off. Good night, Coruscant, and good night, citizens of the Republic.